Okay.
We back?
Yeah. So the common
This
sense.
isn't going to be another show, right?
No, we'll put them. Yeah, we'll keep them together. But the common sense thing, though, you were talking about that.
Right.
You know, the street smarts
Versus common sense versus book smarts.
Right.
Yada yada yada. There's all kinds of intelligence. There's all kinds of. But what you want to do is, you don't go in the room and start boasting and telling how you're so great. Shut up. Shut up. And listen to everybody else. And soak it in and try to learn something.
Well, one of the things that I thought about too with that, it's like, because wisdom, I think to me, I don't know if part of wisdom is thinking of others also, because I don't know, because to me, I was think that kind of came to my mind. It's like, if I don't care about others in my choices, I won't use a sense of, does that kind of tie?
No, I have no idea where you're going with that.
Well, where's the difference between, wisdom and knowledge? What makes the difference between those two? I mean, to me, wisdom, because the wisdom is from the Lord. And so wisdom actually takes things in perspective of the whole of creation, and also I think keeps in perspective of other people's lives matter. Because if I push my agenda through and I don't think about other people, I'm not using wisdom, or I don't know. I think there's something we need to look at with that. Why wisdom is different from common sense. Or not common sense, but I mean why wisdom is different from knowledge. Can you kind of wrap that? Like what you think? Why is wisdom? What's the difference between the two? What would you say the difference is?
I got to be honest with you. I don't know the dictionary definition of wisdom.
Let's all you keep. Go ahead.
Look that up real quick.
I am. Go ahead. Keep talking though.
Well, I'll talk to you about common sense.
Okay.
Okay. While you tell me what wisdom is after that. Common sense is heat burns you, cold gives you frostbite. If you lift that and your back hurts and you keep doing that, you're going to throw your back out. These are common sense things. If you drive drunk and you get a DUI and you keep doing it, you lose your license. These are common sense things. I lack that a little bit. These are common sense things. Water makes you wet. Fire makes you hot and blister or burn. Yeah. What is wisdom?
Well,
no, I mean
what's knowledge then? So you go common sense.
Okay, well that's
knowledge?
book smarts.
Book smarts. Okay, you know things.
Yeah.
You know facts.
You know about the Roman Empire.
But
you know about history. You know about whatever. That's
right.
Book smarts. Yeah.
But the thing is, someone
could
be
math.
book smarts, but I mean, if what about facts? Is that because I don't know? You have lots of knowledge, but it could be incorrect knowledge too. You have to be wise to discern what's right and wrong, what's truth and fact.
Critical thinking.
Okay. I like that term. Yeah, I've heard that before.
That is what the youth of today is lacking, and it's not their fault.
Okay.
Because they've not been taught that, and it is by design. It is on purpose.
It's kind of like we have been trained to.
The federal government, on purpose, is trying to get rid of.
Because it's dangerous to them.
It's dangerous to them because they will lose their jobs.
Yeah.
And they will lose their power, and they will lose the money.
So,
critical thinking is on your feet to know when you are presented with a story, is this right or wrong, and why? Without somebody telling you why, because you hear...
What's the evidence? You know what I'm saying?
Right, yes.
Listen to the evidence.
Show me why.
Well, okay, back in the old
critical
history, you for like witnesses, you had to have 2 or 3 witnesses to prove your case. And today in the courts, you can have a smart lawyer who can kind of twist
I think
words.
we're coloring out lines.
Okay. Well, let me read what wisdom is.
Yeah.
Wisdom is the quality of having experience, knowledge, and good judgment. The quality of being wise. The second one is the soundness of an action or decision with regard to the application of experience, knowledge, and good judgment. So it's taking those three, because good judgment, I think, could be considered common sense, maybe. I mean, you kind of. And knowledge, what we talked about, knowing things, but experience as well. So that's why listening to others.
That's why, like, okay, they always say old people are wise.
Yeah.
Why?
Because they have the experience.
Right.
They weren't always
through,
wise.
They went through. No.
They weren't, saying.
No. They weren't always wise.
Right. But that because
you've went
right.
everything anybody younger than them is talking about. And by the way, don't turn it. I want you to look up critical thinking while I'm saying.
Okay.
They've went through it. When I'm fortunate enough to still have grandparents that are they're in their 90s, and they're very sharp, and they drive, and they're fine. And my grandpa just retired last summer, as a matter of fact, and he's 92, like 92 or 3, and he's in great health and stuff. And but what makes them wise? Because they've been through it all. They've seen it all. They've seen things repeat themselves, and they know the reciprocal nature of things. And they know they've been there and done it a million times. And it's brand new to you if you're a young person. And to me, it's been there a couple times because I'm middle-aged, and the longer you live and you actually learn from stuff, the wiser you get. And that is why it's so important. Old people are very important. And I'm not just saying that because we are.
Because we're getting older right now.
but no,
I have
because
90-some-year-old grandmothers.
I know, and I know this because when I was your age, man, I know this. I thought, it's you know what? It's not.
Well,
it's not like they think it is, and it's going to be different in my life. Well, you're damn right about that. But it's going to be way worse.
And you remember, I've heard this being said that it's like your parents get smarter as you get older.
You're right. Yes, that's a great quote. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, okay. So critical thinking, it says the objective analysis and evaluation of an issue in order to form a judgment.
Right.
So the objective analysis. So that means I'm looking at both sides.
Right.
So I'm being objective. I'm hearing both sides. But that's the problem is today people don't want to listen to this.
They automatically go, well, that's not politically correct.
We can be guilty of that too.
No, I'm not. I'm sorry, I'm not. No, I criticize. Hey, Joe, you've known me.
Oh yeah, 1 year anniversary. Yes.
You've known me longer than this, but we've worked together for a year now. Yay! It's our anniversary. Somebody give us a cake.
Where's the balloons and the confetti?
Somebody give us a cake and a keg.
I don't need a cake. And you don't need a keg.
Anyway.
That's good.
Ba-ding bang. Anyway.
Cheech and Chong.
I have... during this election, I've learned a lot about people.
Yeah.
You have to admit, when I learned something I thought wasn't true about something or someone, I'm done with it.
Right, but I'm just saying, when we don't agree with somebody...
So I'm just not on the happy train, and I don't care what they do. I'm not a Trump voter, okay? It matters to me about...
right, but I think getting to the root of people's struggles and why they... Like, okay, why do people want this government control? Why are they voting for a king? I think, and if we take time to listen to people...
You're supposed to be listening on top.
Then, what? You don't get to talk. You need to listen now.
No,
this is your turn.
what does that have to do with it?
Well, I'm just saying... that came to
basically all these things we just talked about the this, how many different ways there is to be smart.
Yeah.
And know things.
Yeah. Okay.
You.
Yeah.
You want to be in a
Listen.
Never, ever, ever be the smartest guy in the room. I mean, Joe and I, there's very few rooms we can go in.
Well,
Because
yeah.
we're always going to be the smartest guys there.
Well, I wouldn't be together, but
because
separate we're idiots.
We need to learn. I mean,
the village idiots.
Listen and soak things up, and you learn things.
Well, and also I would encourage you to read the Bible.
Absolutely.
You know, just start in Matthew and read Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. You know, because there, I mean, I think you'll find in those accounts of history, by the way, friends and family.
So that means
that you'll get to know.
And that means be a
listener.
We're going.
Yes.
No, but that's
Listener.
reading. That's different.
That's listening, though.
But you need to go to places where you know. Don't go to these pandering churches where they just want
they itch the ears of what you want to hear.
Right.
Right. They
you
might
go
feel good.
If you walk out and you feel bad about yourself, that guy did a good freaking job, and you better think about what he said.
Right.
That's when you know you've been hearing some truth right there.
Yeah. When you realize you got some things to work on. Well, you guys, we're going to wrap up. We thank you so much for tuning in. It's a great conversation, and please give us your feedback. We want to hear from you. So
you have no idea what it means.
Yeah.
Every time we see a new number on one of our shows, man, it's so great.
He does flips now. It's amazing. All right. God bless you.
Yeah, you ought to see it.
Good night.